All right, so there is a thing going around about this Resident Evil 4 VR. There's a official gameplay trailer. Now we've had Resident Evil 4 VR on the radar, so to speak, for a while now. I think we heard about this like a year ago. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna check out the trailer real quick just to get a very big glimpse of exactly what this whole thing is. And then we'll check out and see, we're going to check around the Oculus Quest 2, and I'm going to definitely be starting up something about maybe a little bit of a hashtag, try and get a hashtag trend going about maybe like free Resident Evil 4 VR, like RE4 VR or something. So let's jump into this. Let's check out the trailer, and we'll see just what. But yeah, we'll jump into this trailer. Sorry. And see just what this whole VR experience is all about. So let's see what it is, shall we? Capcom.
What are you buying?
What are you buying? Right off the bat. So this is all in-game, using the in-game engine, captured via a Quest 2. So this is like Resident Evil 7. I'm actually going to turn this down just a smidgen. This is very much like Resident Evil 7's VR mode. That was very quick. So Capcom and Armature. Again, it's very much like RE7 for everyone who's the mega fan of RE4. There's a very vocal group of people out there. I've always been vocal on saying that this is not my favorite Resident Evil by far. But it would be so freaking cool just to jump into Resident Evil 4 in VR and check it all out and everything. So, the biggest concern about all this is that it is on the Quest 2. Now, since it is the Quest 2 only, then it makes you have to go into how much is the Quest 2? Is it available? All these questions start popping up. In your brain, or at least they should be. So, all right. So Quest 2 is roughly about $378 if you want to get the like $80 cable that comes with. This is ridiculous. $80, $80 for a freaking cable to plug this thing into the PC to be able to stream your video and audio feed from this headset to the PC. But yeah, the price for this cable being $80 for one single cable, which I don't know if there is another. What is the so Oculus Virtual Link cable? So is there another cable that is that can be used as a substitute for this, like a cheaper brand cable maybe? Oculus Link cable 16 foot. Quest Link cable at $35. So there might be other options that you can use in replace. So $25 for this cable. If there is another cable that you could use to replace this, that's not such a bad deal to bring this down to like $300 for the baseline unit, as is shown right here, 300. And that's just for 128 gig. In all honesty, I don't think there's a whole lot of stuff you're going to be doing with the Quest 2. So to put into perspective of where I'm coming from on the Quest 2, there is a thing called the Samsung Gear. So it's in between the Samsung Gear, which I think a lot of people over the years have actually used this thing. It came free with a lot of phones and such. It has like the touchpad on the side, and you put your phone. Your whole cell phone goes in the front of this. It's one of these devices, but it had a little more integrated usage to it because it does have a USB plug-in to where you could plug your phone into it and actually use the touchpad on the side. So this was the first one I started off with, and then of course, if you watch my live streams or any of the PSVR YouTube videos I do, I've gone from the PS4 up to the PS5 using PSVR, and that is some pretty insane stuff. I will say VR is absolutely insane when you can get up and run for a good affordable price. I've done Resident Evil 7. I've done Hitman 3. Both great experiences. 100% highly recommend both of them. They are really, really cool things to check out and jump into. So the Oculus Quest 2 has two different titles that are on this. The first one that you've already just seen which is Resident Evil 4 VR. The other one, the Half-Life Alyx experience. Again, I would love to be able to check this out. I've never fully played through a Half-Life game, but I am a fan of what they've done over the years and the contributions that they made to gaming with this. This looks really, really cool, though. I would love to see... I'd love to see this whole thing. I don't want to watch it on YouTube. I want to actually experience it myself, though. The fact that it's been, like, getting towards 2 years, and we still don't have this on a platform other than the Quest 2. It's not on Vive. It's not on, as far as I know, it's only on the Quest 2. We're gonna actually double check that stat up next year. But this looks awesome. This looks awesome. This looks very Hitman 3, actually. Just the way you can dip and dive and duck, and you know you're checking the stall for ammo magazines. This is great. I tend to like to use the actual free flow movement system. But yeah, like just having this amount of like, okay, I am holding the gun. I can go any which way, any which direction with it. If you're using a sniper rifle, you can actually bring it up and look down the barrel or down the scope of the sniper rifle and all that. There is a Project 007, a James Bond game that is in the works by the Hitman developers. I really hope they do a VR system with that for PSVR also. Again, though, VR is such a niche thing. We need VR on like all these games and experiences. We need it on every single system and platform. We absolutely, like, the developers need it, and also the consumers need it, because it is such a niche community that owns VR. If you hold back something like a Half-Life Alyx, so from what I see here is that Half-Life Alyx will be released on all PS-based VR or PC based VR platforms on March 23rd. So it's not just Quest 2. It wasn't Quest 2. It was Vive. Again, though, having platform-specific launches for VR games is a very bad move on the publisher's part, because again, not everybody, like, a lot of people only own the PSVR because it's the cheapest one. I'm not saying Half-Life needs to be on the PSVR, but absolutely Resident Evil should be on the PSVR. Every single Resident Evil game is on the PlayStation platform. Would I like to see Half-Life Alyx on the PSVR? Would I like to see Resident Evil 4 be on a Vive? Would I love to see Half-Life Alyx be on the Quest? Bring all the VR games to every platform. It's going to help out tremendously to push developers and thinking outside the box and making even more titles. But also, it's going to double up the funding so we can have more VR experiences and more VR games be made to begin with. If there is a profit to be made, then yeah, we will see publishers come back to, they'll just keep coming back to make more and more and more, and we can push the platform even farther. So the other thing I wanted to actually do was look into the whole thing of like, the Quest 2, the specs on the Quest 2. I was actually kind of interested to see like what is the Quest 2 actually bringing to the table here. Like, is it worth it? $300 for like 2 games, but if you are running something like this, like the old style, put your cell phone in the or a cardboard VR, any one of these very cheaply made ones, and then you use the little. So if you have like one of these little doodad controllers where it's like it goes Bluetooth via the Bluetooth straight into your phone, and you use something like this to like punch through the menus to watch like movies. So 3D movies on this thing. Is the Quest 2 really a good upgrade? And that was one of the big things I was like really wondering about is it worth it? So, or is it kind of just worth waiting for the something like this? the PSVR 2, because all I've been hearing is that the PSVR 2 is actually going to have a way better screen than the Quest 2. Okay, so a little bit of a extra add-in thing to this is I was wondering also, how do we make a purchase on Quest 2? Like, is there Quest cards? Is there like, do you go through Facebook storefront, Oculus storefront? Do you have to put a credit card in? Can you get a gift card? I know that there's a lot of people like on the PlayStation, side of things. You get PSN cards, you buy the games through PSN, and then you run it through your PSVR. The Vive is a lot of the stuff is on Steam that you use, and then you can also run in, I think, third-party apps too outside of Steam. You can run through Steam to go onto the Vive and all that. So I was wondering, like, how do you do this? And I like typed in Half-Life Alyx. The only thing I see on Amazon is like the Quest booklet to like a complete guide and some posters. But then it says here, I guess within the headset, the easiest and recommended way, just navigate to the store menu option, find and buy the appropriate game. So you're gonna have to put your credit card into like an Oculus Rift store or Oculus store overall. Oculus mobile app, you can scroll through all the Oculus game library and make the purchase through the app. So you are giving Facebook money in their storefront via the Oculus mobile or through the Oculus store menu itself. I know that there's probably a lot of people that are very iffy on giving Facebook any kind of revenue at all just because they don't like Facebook overall. So again, this would just add another thing to, yeah, it would probably make this game sell, or Resident Evil 4 and Half-Life Alyx and anything else sell a lot better if it was on either Steam or a PSN network of some sort. So all we have is rumors and speculations. Sony has not dropped any information on this yet. The resolution is 4,000 by 2040 pixels. That's 2000 2040 per eye, and just slightly more. So slightly. So it's like a one step up upgrade from the Quest 2. This display would supposedly give the PSVR 2 a 110-degree view field of view using a process called FOV rendering, a technique that uses gaze tracking to only render certain parts of the image. The PSVR 2 could more efficiently use its and the PS5's processing power. So this right here, 110 degrees field of view, I will say in the PSVR 1 you are kind of very limited to just you got this kind of going on when you're inside there. You see about that much view, so there is a lot that it takes you a second to get, because basically all your peripherals are all just blacked out because you are only getting this much. In the Quest 2, I'm kind of wondering how that looks when you put it on. If it's this view, again, I don't have one, so I can't say I can't say anything hands on about any one of the, other than just the two I own. I can't speak on having hands on with it. I can just go by what the stat sheets are saying. And basically a majority of this video is to get, again, just to get word out there of like, let's tell these publishers and developers that we want to have all these games on every single platform available, from the PSVR original up to PSVR 2, up to the Quest 2, the Quest 1, the Vive, I'm probably missing some. That's just the ones that I know off the top of my head. So maybe, I mean, I would love to see this Resident Evil 4 come over to the PSVR. As of right now, the PSVR bundle is like just about $500, and in all honesty, the Quest is, even with this ridiculously priced cable, it's still cheaper to kind of get a Quest 2 if it's available. So as of recording of this video, anyways, it's the Quest 2 is available. I've been seeing a lot of people going, oh, Resident Evil's on there. Oh, okay, and I haven't checked out that Half-Life Alyx. I'm kind of in that same boat of like, maybe it'd be kind of worth it, and then you can also check out movies and such on it. I don't know. Oh, yeah. And then you have the Vive over here, which the Vibe. The Vive is I think it's going like $1,000 because of the whole like scalper pricings and all that stuff, and the headset alone itself is still like $700. So the Vive is 100% like this is the most advanced VR thing that there is. So of course it costs the most. To even the starter kit is going to cost you an arm and a leg to get it. I don't think I would go for that price for VR because there's not enough VR stuff out there. There is considerably a large amount compared to what it used to be, but I still don't feel like there is enough to warrant a price tag of like $1,000. Even though that is scalper price, you'd probably be more or less paying like the $500-600 mark for it. I would probably go more or less the Quest 2 or PSVR route. The PSVR, you do have games with VR mixed in, built in. Some games are built specifically for VR, like the Iron Man one, which is actually really cool. I've checked it out before. And you get the motion controller things, which aren't the best. They will be coming out with new ones for PSVR 2. And of course, it comes with the camera, which you do have to get. The only thing with the PSVR is if you're trying to run it on a PS5, you do have to go. Pretty sure it's still a free thing, but you have to give them the serial number, Sony the serial number of your PSVR headset, and then they will send you a free adapter to let you plug it in via USB into your console. It's not that big of a deal, but it is something that you have to be mindful of. But yeah, I don't know. I think PSVR is the most versatile because you can do a lot with PSVR. If you are on the PS4, you can also watch movies. For some reason, we don't have a media player on the PS5. I don't know why. So you can't actually watch movies via PS5. So that might be a win in the Oculus 2's book. I'm pretty sure you can probably watch movies on the Oculus 2. I wouldn't see why you wouldn't be able to. I'm guessing this thing has a virtual 3D movie option in there, like a theater or something that you're sitting in, and then you have. A lot of times, what I'll do is I'll put it in just like the blacked out void and just put the movie up there in the 3D style of the movie and start checking that out. But yeah. So yeah, again, like let's try and get like Resident Evil 4 and Half-Life Alyx on stuff other than just one platform, so more people can get their hands on this. I mean, it's ridiculous at this point that they literally, I mean, I get it, it's publishing things, are like they're trying to sell the platform. Like Facebook 100% is trying to sell you everything that has to do, like they know Resident Evil is a huge thing. They're trying to sell you this headset so you can jump into this VR experience because they've seen just how many PSVRs were sold for Resident Evil 7. And then I guess they sold a fair amount also for Hitman 3. That was surprising to me that a lot of people actually jumped in and were like, hey, Hitman 3 is actually really cool, especially in VR. I just thought that was actually a really neat thing that ended up happening. So yeah, again, I mean, if you want to kind of push the publishers into the way of like getting Resident Evil 4 and Half-Life Alyx and whatever else comes out later on, well, I think there was a Medal of Honor experience, but now there was a bunch of people who were saying it wasn't as good as it could have been. If there's anything like a Mass Effect, like a Call of Duty experience or something, there's no reason why we should have to get a whole new headset just to be able to enjoy those. So what I propose is maybe to do a hashtag trend on Twitter and on all social medias, kind of like the hashtag free MVC2 thing. Maybe we can start up a thing of, where Capcom will possibly listen to it in the same vein of like free RE4 VR, let's do that. Let's start that up. So anyways, check around the YouTube channel for more videos, Let's Talks like this one and more, and lots more. And let's try and get RE4 VR on possibly other platforms. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, I will see ya next time.